First of all, what exactly is WebODM and why we should be using it? WebODM is a free and open source drone mapping software. That is, it takes all your drone imageries and stitches them into a orthomosaic like this, and a 3D model or point cloud like this, and so much more. And when we say open source, that means the software's underlying code is completely public and is built by a community of developers and contributors. That's why it's such a great alternative to the paid, expensive proprietary softwares like Pix4D, and you have full control over your data. And honestly, getting started is easier than ever right now. After the split with Open Drone Map project, the team has officially launched the easy to use desktop installers for Windows and Mac OS completely for free. So after a straightforward installation, we can just get to work. Here is me creating a new project and giving it a quick name. Then I import all 132 drone captured images covering the overall area of Kathmandu University. These blue dots here represent the camera positions of the drone where each photos were taken during the flight. For this test run, I am keeping all the processing options in their default settings like so. After I click review, the images are being uploaded to the workspace and the processing finally takes off. But here's the catch. If you're like me, you probably sat through the long processing run only to be hit by the wall of out of memory error right towards the end. This crash happens during the texturing phase, which is apparently the most memory hungry process of the entire pipeline, where the software takes all the images and wraps their colors and details onto the 3D mesh. And this probably also happens because there are 16 processing cores all running simultaneously. And if your system doesn't have enough RAM, the process just dies. But don't worry, we can solve this by tweaking a few settings before we start processing. Here, under structure from motion, I set the feature quality to medium. Then under the point cloud, I set the PC quality to low. And then under the system and pipeline control, I set the max concurrency to 8. You can also enable the fast orthophoto under orthophoto option, and then the processing should be restarted, and the process is same just like before, but this time it will lead to success. The processing is finally done, and here is me showing the results. This is the orthophoto overlaid over the base map. Here is our generated 3D model, and while the roofs and ground looks great, the side of the buildings lack detail because we only captured vertical images during our flight. But if your goal is to create a detailed 3D model, you should capture oblique photo as well as vertical photos. And here is me showing how to export the results. And here is the generated report. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching.